hopefully minus random nonsense and crashing.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to figure out. We had like Streamlabs crash with just as I went to turn on the camera.
Oh, nice.
So I'm trying to figure out everybody's still here.
Ew.
It's not mine.
Yeah, it is.
I have a trash can. I wouldn't have put it there.
Uh,
Yay!
What?
Everybody's here.
is it working?
Everybody's here and they're censored, which is as we planned it.
They're censored?
I don't know.
No, they censored us all. What?
I don't know.
I
I
don't know
think there was
what's happening.
conversation happening before we got here.
Oh, were they talking about us?
Possibly. Unfortunately, Streamlabs crashed, so we can't look at the chat logs.
What? Now we can't know what they did? It's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Wiggity, 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 whack. That's what that is.
Hi, everyone. Oh, look, I'm clean. You don't have to smell me.
That's nice.
So everyone, I'm late. I was in the shower because I burned a bunch of shit today in the backyard and did a bunch of yard work. And
She started a fire.
Dean says I smell after I burn things.
So it shouldn't anymore. We'll see.
Basically we should just ask Ekate to, like, do things.
Just ask Ekate to be Ekate. We'll see if it's still causing problems.
Right, because that's how we find out. Basically. Let's see what I want to do. Do I want to work on the same thing I've been working on?
That is a
I
question
want to try
only you
something
can
new.
answer.
I have a bunch of random shit over here.
We do have a bunch of random shit over there. Alright. Everybody's up
What
and
is
running.
this? This is soft. Ooh. Oh, this is meant to be in your head.
Challenge accepted. There was some garlic today. I had a little bit of garlic in dinner tonight, but not as like crazy as last week.
Guys, it was so bad. He opened the thing later because he was like, well, maybe we can like calm it down later. And he
Yeah.
went and opened the leftovers and he was like, nope, nope, nope.
It smelled like garlic fart. It was not good.
Yeah, like,
Broccoli pesto doesn't age well, turns out, especially when you got that much garlic in it.
it's a shame.
It is a shame.
It's a real shame.
It's low down dirty shame.
Alright, so what is Dane drawing?
What am I drawing first, yo?
You want to sketch out a sign?
I could sketch out a sign.
There was one we missed. What were we thinking the other day?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't have one about wearing your mask.
I don't. Alright.
We need a cool looking mask that can flicker in our brains because we're never gonna make these signs for real.
Right.
A mask slapping a Karen. I've been really enjoying all those videos. Okay, Dane, you're like not even in your thing. Don't worry, you draw it. I'll arrange. I've been really enjoying all those videos you see where people think that they're getting one over on the libtards or whatever. Like they think that they're looking impressive when they go in and just create problems for people who are just trying to do their damn jobs. And like the one where the chick is like screaming at the manager and yelling at screaming about discrimination, and the cart guy's just dancing with his little mask and just dancing like whatever. I was like, oh. It's so good. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but yeah, definitely don't be a dick to people who don't want to die. Or just don't be a dick. Like,
Tell them what happened to you at the grocery store yesterday.
oh my gosh, I don't want to. Alright, so I went to the grocery store, and I expected there to be some silliness. Dean's been stressing out so bad. He's done most of our grocery shopping, and I was like, alright, it's my turn. It's my turn. Deep breath. I can do this. Fine. And I went to the Asian grocery store first, which was great. There was no problem. There was like one clueless dad and daughter team. The daughter was trying to get some stuff for a recipe, and dad was just happy to be helping, I guess. I don't know. Like, and they almost ran into me like 3 times, but just because they're kind of preoccupied, not because they're doing anything rude. Other than that, like, it was great. No problem. I get out of there, and I go to the Dillons, which, guys, is like a Kroger or Fred Meyer. It's all the same thing. And it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. I never want to leave the house again. You love the cart guy, and he's happy because like, he's like, dude, I've just got a job. Like, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing it the best I can, trying not to hate everyone. Like, owning the libs by dying is your kind of trumper.
I can get behind it.
I'm just like, yeah, but they're going to make other people sick. Like, people that didn't have anything to do with it. Yeah. It's, I don't know. But no, so I had this chick that I don't understand why people, like, I don't know. I probably don't understand fully how I come across or something, because what's funny is people think that I'm either, like, really strong-willed and crazy, or they think I'm super quiet and, like, sensitive or something. I mean, I don't know. But anyway, I was wearing a mask.
Guess which one's right.
Obviously. Shut up. You're so mean. Well, then, yeah, like, that lady's like, you can't see what I'm buying. And I'm like, they're going to have to see what you're buying at some point. That's how stores work. Like, that's how they charge you. You crazy woman. Yeah, that whole video just, like, I was like, why would you put, like, why? You put that up. Like, why would you be proud of looking like an asshole? I don't.
They can't help it.
Well, like, we all sometimes look like jerks, right? Like, we all, okay, maybe you don't, maybe you're right. But I sometimes do, I'll admit it. Like, sometimes I'm, like, later, like, oh, wow, that tone was a little Karen-ish, or what. I'm not gonna, like, videotape myself at my worst moment and then be like, hey, look at my butt, look how stupid I look how much of a jerk I am. I'm gonna hope no one else saw that and see if I can find a way to apologize to the universe. Like, right, she probably does. I don't know. But, yeah, so we were gonna get lunch meat because I went to the Nice Dillons, the one in Maze, because it's got boar's head lunch meat, which, by the way,
the best.
Oh my god, so good. And then I head over there, and I've already had, like, a couple of people get way too close and, like, try to get, and I'm just, like, a little freaked out. I'm like, okay, fine. And I'm trying to see, like, what they've got and if there's anything on sale, you know, the normal stuff. And I look over, and this dude, this kid, he's in his, like, early 20s maybe, and he has the dumbest, like, his face, which I can fully see because he's wearing a mask hanging on one ear. So my brother-in-law has a face that he makes when he's talking about people that he thinks are super dumb. And it's a really good dumb face. Like, he's
had a lot of practice.
Rob's had, like, but it's on purpose, so I'm not I'm not being rude to Rob when I say that Rob's got the best dumb face. I mean, like, it's a face he used to make about dumb people when he was talking about them. This guy just had that face. Like, he just had that face. He's just living his life with that face. But then I realize it's true because, again, mask hanging off one ear. And then he turns around and the mask goes flying to the floor. And he picks up the mask with his gloved hands. He's behind the counter in the deli, and he like wrestles with it a while from the floor, and then he hangs it on one ear, and that involves like touching literally all the parts of his face and his head with his gloved hands, and then he goes back to work with said gloved hands, and I'm like in horror because like he's touching food, and that wouldn't have been good like before the pandemic. Oh my gosh. And then this old lady comes out like from behind and she's like yelling at me, "Do you want anything? Do you want anything?" And I'm like, No, I don't. So I'm like, "Oh no, thank you," and I just back away. And you could tell she thought I was really dumb, but I wouldn't have wanted anything on any day after that dude. That dude's not allowed. Like, and the worst part is he's literally touching the worst food for him to be around in the entire store, because like, at least in the meat section, like you're gonna probably cook that raw steak. So it's likely whatever the hell he just did to it, maybe you'll cook it away. Or like the frozen goods section is the box. But he's gonna be handling lunch meat that I'm not expecting to cook. And I was just like, oh my god. So that's, yeah, so I just stepped away from that. And then there was the chip aisle, because we were going to break and get some taco chips, but we're not. They're helping us out. These women were talking, and their kids were running around, like they were eating, and like licking whatever they were eating off their hands, and then punching all the chip bags. Challenge accepted, steak tartare. I miss Imperfect. I do.
I do too.
We enjoyed that. More than the Imperfect, we enjoyed with the actual CSA that we were a part of. Our neighbors above us back in Portland, and we shared a box. And it was a box, but it was so many vegetables. It was great. And then on weeks when we were out of town, they would take the whole thing, and then on weeks when they were out of town, we would take the whole thing. Yeah, it was. I want to do that again someday. It was amazing. But that was great because you just got stuff and had to figure out how to use it, and that's how we learned how to use things like rutabagas that we'd heard about but never used. But yeah, so anyway, the chips were dead to me. The lunch meat was dead to me. I went and got some prepackaged lunch meat. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, kids are, and again, like both of these things would have been awful anyway, but like they were just extra awful. And I thought like I'd had my level of horror for the time. And I was just like in survival, like, let's just get the shit and get out of here. And I noticed like this couple, and it was like Redneck Karen had to say something about distancing or something, because again, I was wearing a mask and they weren't. And her husband was kind of smirking at her. But she said it loud, like, and I don't know if they'd been like around me before that, and I just hadn't been, like, I'd been in my own little level of horror and hadn't been paying attention because she was far enough away from me that she didn't matter. But she started to follow me really close because she thought it was funny. And I just went to a different aisle because I was like, what? But then she kept, and she got like super close because she thought it was funny. So I just got super awkward and then backed up and put all of my weight, which is not small, I've gained some fucking weight too, and then twisted on her foot that was wearing a flip-flop, and then said, oh gosh, sorry, and then gave her a dead stare and said, wow, social distancing would have made that not happen. And then she got mad, but her husband laughed at her, and they left me the fuck alone, and that was the end. After that, I was like, no. We had another 2 places to go, and I was like, no, done. I'm done. People are the worst. And you guys are talking about corn on the cob, and that's way better.
Corn on the cob. I need to do that so I can make corn on the cob.
So anyway, but I saw her later, and she was limping, and her husband was still smirking at her. So what's fun is like, I don't understand why she thought she was shorter than me and smaller. Like, she wasn't small. But she wasn't bigger than me, if that makes sense. She wasn't in any way like imposing, but she seemed to think that she was, and I don't understand. Like that's where I was like, am I coming across as like timid? Because I don't think of myself that way. But like, anyway,
The entire idea of you being timid.
like
It's
see,
hilarious.
yeah. Well, and like, I have full body like run into people before that got too close just because I wasn't aware. But yeah, hashtag timid. Yeah. No, like that wasn't gonna. So like, but then you could tell like she wanted to start some shit and complain, but she had chosen to get up on me, and like I was just like, oh gosh, and she knew that I had done it on purpose, but like she couldn't prove it. I don't know. It was a really fucked up situation, and I don't understand why anyone would like go out of their way to try to like start some shit that way. It didn't expect it in the Nice Dillons. I really didn't. I would have thought that was going to be a Walmart situation. But anyway, you have a pretty okay. What's a pretty good RBF I could take? Because I don't know what RBF stands for.
Resting bitch face.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Dave knows.
I live on the internet.
Well, when you say that, yeah, like I don't know. I've got friends that have said that, and maybe I do too. Like, who knows? I could look like anything. I was still like I was really upset about.
You were wearing
the,
a mask. It's not like anybody could have seen your.
Yeah, I don't know. I was though. I was still really upset about the lunch counter or like deli counter dude. He upset me a lot. Yeah, exactly. Like, no one like. What's weird is no one else like. There were a few other people who didn't have masks and who you could tell thought masks were silly. But again, it's the Midwest. Like they just did their own thing. Like we were all there to do our own thing, and no one was bothered. Like no one else tried to like start shit or bother or anything. Like, I mean, the security guy did grow my arm, but that was a different thing. Yeah, it turns out when you buy groceries and don't put them in bags and then try to go out the door, like the security people get really freaked out about it.
It's weird.
Because
I didn't have
apparently-
that problem at all last time.
I don't know. Like, apparently that's what thieves do. Like, they fill up their
They
groceries.
just fill up a cart and walk out.
That's apparently what they do. But, like, I got rung up, and I talked to that lady about rutabagas from, like, a distance for, like, I don't know,
As one does.
10 minutes. She was really, really... I thought about dyeing my hair blue. I thought about it. I'm really concerned, because my hair gets a little thin, and I'm really concerned that I'm going to dye my hair and end up bald instead, and I really don't want to try the bald look. Like, it's cool if people want it, but I don't. I have also thought about, like, crocheting a wig for the winter instead of having a hat. Having a wig that works as a hat, because I thought it'd be funny.
I mean, probably would be.
Like a
yeah.
yarn wig.
I gathered because you're crocheting.
Yeah. Like a Cabbage Patch, basically. Like you could have, like, your see? You're getting it now. You're seeing it in your head.
I've seen things.
The adults won't tell you they like your hair? See,
Your hair is rad, though. I just saw the pictures on Instagram. Like,
And I know you're
They're
trying
super
for a
cool.
different color, but I like the color that it is up. Sorry. But
sorry, not sorry.
I mean,
Hashtag.
I don't know. I thought it looked nice, but yeah, like I don't know. I guess I'm used to Portland. Like I used to tell people I like their hair color all the time. I still, back when we had cons, wah wah. That was one of my favorite things because you'd see so many cool hair, like the ones that with the faded, like the fades. I don't. That's probably not the right word, but where there would be multiple colors and they would be faded into each other. Like some of those are so amazing. I love, like, I don't know. I mean, I would do white dreads, but Cabbage Patch braids, I feel, keeping my head warm as a hat is like, for some reason, I feel like that's fine. Oh, you even rhymed it! Cover your smile just for a while. I didn't read it before. Sorry, I'm catching up. And you're right. Bald by accident and bald on purpose are very different situations. Like, you have 12 followers on Instagram. I have 0. I have
You
no.
don't have an Instagram.
I don't have an Instagram. I don't at all. You have 76. See, that's a lot more than 12.
There's a lot more than
Oh, Dane, did you read that article I sent you about the NASA guy?
Yes.
What is going on?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
Nobody seems to know.
So, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the
Director of Human Spaceflight.
for NASA, otherwise known as the NASA guy, Dane knew what I meant.
It's the only NASA guy that's been in the news the last day or so.
Right, he just resigned suddenly, and they have a big test flight coming up. So I'm concerned and confused.
It's not just a test flight. It's the first human launch of people from U.S. soil since 2011.
Right, using the SpaceX thing. So I feel like the knit braids, like, I think you have to work really hard to get to Cabbage Patch versus, like, I would need to work real hard to not look like I'm trying to,
White person dread it.
yes, or make fun of anyone or mock anyone, except for Cabbage Patch. I feel like I'm allowed to mock Cabbage Patch because I owned Cabbage Patch. I had a Cabbage Patch. I think my mom probably murdered somebody for it because I got one back in the early '80s when it was a big deal.
Alright.
I don't know how else. And I've seen her fight. I've seen her. I mean, not fight, shop, totally shop, not fight. The day after Thanksgiving. He made a mistake.
Yeah, that's all his article or his thing said was he made a mistake. The article said something about somebody who knew something about something was like it had to do with contracts, I think, and skipping over processes.
Oh, you can't skip processes.
So
Oh no. So are we upset, or do we feel like it was probably for the best?
I don't know. The dude who's taking over the acting in charge is a former astronaut, so I feel like he might actually be better suited to the job if we're actually going to put people in space again.
Okay, fair. I just realized I don't have any of my stuff. I'm gonna be right back.
Plant.
I know. Sorry, guys.
Super prepared
Hey, I burned
up here
shit
in
today.
the Monkey Minion household. Here at Monkey Minion HQ, preparedness is our watchword. I'm being yelled at to not be mean to her while she's gone, so let's be mean to her. Also, I think she just caused an earthquake. What the hell?
What?
What are you doing? CNN article mistake with the lunar lander. Huh. Yeah, that's probably it. Bobak applied to be an astronaut. Did you guys see that? So, fingers crossed for him. I think that'll be awesome. think I might actually work this up into a mask design and put it up in my T Public shop. I watch what from afar?
Eh.
I don't know.
What?
Something about watching something from afar.
Or Trumpy the clown didn't get what he wanted. I'm not in the government. You can't go. FAR rules.
What is FAR rules?
Go back or bust. I approve of that. You might need to scroll up. I don't know what's happening.
I don't want to scroll up. I'm
Okay,
a
well.
bad kid.
Wow, the chat stream we get is super delayed. Maybe we're just super delayed in reading it.
I'm super delayed. All the time. Wait, what?
Cabbage Patch was awesome. Okay, no, you're going way. What? This
missed
is all. Yeah, this is all happened.
It's all happened.
Okay, hold on. Dancing Groot. Not in the government. You can't got to follow FAR. What are FAR rules? Somebody please tell me. Okay.
Oh yeah, we watch preparedness from ways away, over there.
We watch prepare. What?
I was like, preparedness is the watchword in Monkey Mania HQ. That's what she did.
Why are you lying to people? I mean,
That seemed fun.
we're prepared for the worst, I guess.
Are we?
No.
When did that happen?
It didn't. I made it up. I wanted to see if I have a thing. I do.
The
Yeah,
thing.
the thing. Okay. Turns out.
Totally prepared.
Yes. Absolutely prepared. I had a really soft ball of yarn that I pulled out of a sweater like way back in the day. Feel that.
I'm
I'm offended. Feel it. It's super soft, yeah? That needs to be. Does that not need to be a teddy bear hat?
It's a tribble.
Right now it's yarn.
You squished up a tribble into a cylinder.
It was super annoying to pull out of a sweater back in the day. So, yeah, so we're gonna make a thing out of it. I don't know that I like those colors.
I don't know if I like those either.
Nice.
Federal acquisition. Yeah, regulations. It's a thing.
Is it?
Allegedly.
Do I have to worry about it?
No, in the government. I mean, we have to worry about it more than the government does, apparently. That's not
It just happened. I've already made a mess.
shocking.
You're not nice.
Yeah, but you knew that already.
Did actually. So Dane's working on that. Be thinking about, because at some point he's going to be done. So be thinking about what you want to make him draw next.
Or am I? I was saying while you were going, I think I might work this up into an actual mask design and put it up in our shop.
Who watches the Watchers? I don't know. Don't say their name though, or Trump will fire him.
Shit, oh shit.
So, sorry, did I just? I did.
Too
I did
real.
say that. I know. Sorry.
Existential dread.
So you're gonna put that in the shop later?
I might work it up and do an actual design and put it in the shop later.
That could be cool. Could be cool as an actual mask.
That's exactly what I said.
That's not what you said the second time.
I said I might work it up as a mask design and put it up in our shop.
Okay. I'm gonna make a plush teddy bear hat for a little kid.
Okay.
I don't know what little kid.
Some little kid. Some random child that we're going to chuck a hat at someday.
No, I try not to do that.
Just because you try not to do it doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
People don't consider it polite to just randomly chuck hats at their children.
Yeah, but who cares?
Flim flam and rope-a-dope. I think rules are for other people. Dancing Kurt.
Not for me.
Rules are for other people. Oh yeah, I finished that hat. I think I started it on this stream on Sunday.
Progress was made.
I finished it. Hat.
Adamus Rex.
Put it on Dane.
I'll put it on me.
It's too small. Probably mess up my hair. I don't know. How's it look?
I don't know, you messed up my hair.
You're not even gonna look. Nice.
Makes sense. What do you think? She just says crab. It's a weird thing to just say, I guess.
Probably for drawing.
Oh, that makes way more sense. I was like, what? That's not a nice thing to just say to people.
Throw the hat at the little child. You ask for more details, which she has none. But I say a crab saying pinch, pinch, pinch while making pinching motions. See? There you go. More. Need more now. You can throw one at mine. It's okay. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody's got to use this really nice yarn.
There we go. Boom. He's done. Alright, something crab.
I almost want teeth.
Something crabs.
There you go. Something crabs. You would think that with your common sense, but I've learned that most people don't have common sense.
Common sense ain't that common.
Holy shit, is that the truth?
As they say. Crab.
So, what are y'all up to this week? Anything cool, fun, rebellious? Are you looking up crabs?
I am. Crabs. Crepes. It's trying to give me a link to a crab restaurant in Wichita. That seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, don't eat at the crab restaurant in Wichita. There are buffets opening here, and I'm super concerned about it.
I don't like it.
Like, I love me a buffet, and I can't wait till I feel like it's okay to go eat one again. Especially here, there's one here that's so good. But not right now. Like hungry hippos, but pinchier.
Turns out that's me when I go to a buffet.
Your husband needed yarn to hold a sock on his dog. He pulled out the most expensive, wonderful yarn in your whole box. Of course he did. Of course. See, Dane knows that you don't go into the yarn box. You pick a teeny tiny ball out of the ones that are wandering around the house, or you ask. He's got so many questions. Draw the crab, dude. Me, I just go with, like, of course you needed expensive yarn to tie the sock to the dog. Of course you did. I have no questions about this.
I mean, wouldn't want him to be allergic. So you want to use the best yarn that you have.
Wonder how much yarn you've got.
How much yarn I've gotten.
Like, Dean though knows something about yarn because he spent some good money on it for me.
Oh, yeah.
If you're doing crab ship to do Old Bay and make it in D,
Maryland.
Right. So you're working, Jim, and scroll up. There's Pinchy Crabbies, and I can't read the rest, and I really want to because all it says is Pinchy Crabbies.
You can read it there too.
Pinchy. Okay.
You're not at the bottom.
Okay. I think we're all essential, but some of us are more essential. Wow, the Sears Tower is completely abandoned. They're not letting anyone in it at all.
Well, now I want to go. It's my freedom to go to the Sears Tower.
Man, when I lived in Oregon, we never went crabbing. We went clam digging. That was a great Thanksgiving, but we didn't go crabbing. I always wanted to, and we just never made it out. You served the Soviet Union. We're gonna start on your roof at 7:30 a.m.
That's a bad idea.
That sucks. So you're sleeping in then, right? Your dogs are gonna be so thrilled with life.
All kinds of weird noises and stuff.
And people banging above them, and they're gonna be able to hear the people talking and working and moving around up there. Yeah, I feel like our delay is pretty bad, so I apologize. We got better internet tools. We still have the same internet.
Is it delay bad?
I don't know. Someone earlier was mentioning that the delay was bad.
I think it's probably because you were gone and I wasn't reading while you were gone, so then we had to just catch up.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Super bad. Super bad.
Because you weren't paying attention, and that's my job, and I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Because I was super prepared. Ooh, crab pots. I will say, like, I'm kind of picky, like, about my clam chowder, but Dane made some clam chowder that weekend that we just dug them all up, and it was so good. It was the best stuff. Also, apparently, I'm really easy to entertain because just digging holes in the sand was great. There's a full power outage
at the Sears Tower.
At the Sears Tower.
The Eye of Sauron isn't lit?
What the hell? What is going on, Chicago? We're so funny. See,
I've been
there's a
told
really
that.
big delay because I was like, oh, like, she's going to get to sleep in then. And just now it came up. So I think there's a huge delay.
Maybe. We'll never know.
Oh, the delay is pretty long and the stream is jumpy.
Excellent.
So our internet's doing great.
Excellent.
Sorry, guys. No, we seriously ordered like a new modem thing and a new router with a thing.
Twitch is saying we have excellent streaming. No recommended changes.
Well, Twitch is apparently lying.
Why do you fail, Twitch?
Guys, let us know if other people are seeing problems, and we can diagnose if it's us or if it's you. You hate clamming? Oh, I didn't mind cleaning them. I don't know. I like digging around in the dirt.
She does.
It was even kind of fun to like fight with the seagulls and try to distract them. The seagulls are assholes. Like they would literally, I would turn around a second and then I would come back and there'd be a seagull like in my damn bucket, screaming at me. I don't know, but I like to do random things like dig holes that the ocean's just going to put right back. Yeah. Start fires in my backyard. Oh, you made it. See, like, if you can get someone else to clean it, like, that's basically what Dane did. He had me clean everything. And then he made the chowder. You opened them, I cleaned them. You don't remember that?
Nope.
You remember. You know, just trying to pretend like it didn't happen. Deviled crab. Do a Kleenex. I feel like I'm going to sneeze.
Do not sneeze on me.
And no, of course I don't need to. Yay. Okay. Alright, Jim's getting stutter and lag. Alright, so everyone's getting lag, so Twitch is lying.
Excellent. Oh yeah, Twitch Streamlabs is telling me drop frames. How do I fix that, Twitch? What does that do?
Alright, cool. We know that our stream is experiencing issues. We want to fix it. Yes, please, let us fix it. Do you need to go to the other screen and see what it does?
Maybe.
Sent you video and photos of the Dark Tower. Exactly. Yes. Mine. I love seagulls. Seagulls are so cool anyway. But yeah, these guys were assholes and they didn't care. I love the Oregon coast in general. Dane and I used to go out every year or so and spend a few days, and it's just nice to be there and just sit and watch the seagulls and watch the ocean. But man, when you have food or you're trying to dig up food, those seagulls are on you.
Yeah, they are.
They aren't scared either. They know you can't really do shit to them. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where we went clam digging. It was up in Lincoln, wasn't it?
Yeah, Lincoln City.
Lincoln City?
Yep.
So it was on the river.
Oh yeah, there was like right at
bay.
the bay, the Silets Bay where the river comes out. It was neat.
It was great.
All right.
Nice.
So this thing will tell me that we're having issues, but it won't tell me how to fix them.
Yay!
Yeah, I think we just lost.
Yep.
Well,
We're still here.
I'm still here. You're still here. Who
Well,
else
at least
still
we're
here?
each other.
Okay. Excellent.
We are working to fix.
Can you guys hear us at all?
Dancing Group says, "Oh yeah, way worse now. Someone on your blog must be streaming too. Kansas Steel can't deal with that many interwebs." Okay, so some people can still hear us. It's just a delayed stream.
Yay! All right, well that's good.
All right, well,
Also delayed chat because that took a while back to get back.
yeah. Well, I just asked if anyone could hear us. Oh, and you can see us too, but Barb can't.
That's weird. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Smash Twitch in the face.
Can you turn down like how fast it's trying so it can just do a smoother thing? Is that a thing that's doable?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
Wow.
Right now, actually. I love.
Oh, good, we're back.
Nothing's working. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Now you get to hear Dane sing. Yay! Oh, are we on intermission now?
Put us on intermission for a second, then I put us back.
We just got +5 something. I don't know what it was.
Can you see us?
There was a +5 something though. Monkey Money something.
Okay. We're back. Ha ha ha. I don't know what I did, but I did it. I assume that I didn't do anything and the internet just caught up with us.
Wow.
But who knows? Oh,
It was that time as I was looking. It's the same time, so now the chat maybe is caught up and we don't have a delay. That'd be nice to not have a delay. Alright. I mean, do your coworkers need to get it?
Get what?
Why can't you be different?
I don't
fun.
get it. No. Just do that around the room. It's fine.
Alright.
Back to Krabby Patty here.
So you've got to be up in 8 hours for work. Yeah, you should probably go.
Suck.
That's awful.
Wait, in 8 hours? What is that? It's 9 plus 8.
Early?
It's like 5 a.m., isn't it? I'm bad at math. I draw pictures for a living.
That's not good at all. I'm sorry.
I hate
Have a
it.
good night.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Is it?
I was trying to read your thing.
Don't read things.
You getting it at a time? What?
I
Oh,
think you're supposed to be getting up at a time.
yeah.
I assume.
Yep.
He's typo.
The only time we have to do that now is when Dane's got to go pick up our latte or our printing.
Yeah, it turns out other places have hours.
Yay! The other person gave up trying to have the stream. We outlasted them. That's what we do.
I'm just imagining it being Dwayne. And he's like, he's got a stream about like doing yard work.
He should have a stream about doing the yard work. Dwayne is our really old neighbor whose yard is immaculate all the time. And he's out there all the time.
Yeah, like literally every day on his lard tractor. I'm good with words too.
Coda said Uncle Dane should draw a Stitch.
Doing what?
What should Stitch be doing? Something troublesome, probably. He's good at that. I'm a fan of burning things.
You are. What does that got to do with anything?
Stitch could be burning things. We get up when you leave work. Yeah, maybe. We're basically nocturnal now. It's very possible.
Jim was all about Karen slapping tonight. I feel like Jim may have some demons that need to be exercised.
Man, after yesterday, I had some demons that needed to be exercised.
It's true.
It's too bad that we're all out of booze. We didn't have that much to begin with.
Also true. I could go get Root Stout.
Right this moment?
I don't know.
You should draw your crab right this. Do you want me to get the Woot Stout right this moment?
Maybe. No, you got coffee.
I do have coffee. Do you need something to drink? Is that where that's going?
Not necessarily.
What? You mowed your lawn before the old... See, we never ever mow our lawn before the old man next door.
We also never ever mow our lawn.
We do sometimes. We've never even been threatened with a fine. But the old man next door mows his lawn minimum of twice a week.
Minimum.
So we're never gonna, like...
On weeks when he gets super bored, like he's out there literally every day on his tractor doing something.
Yeah. And he has more than one. He has more than one tractor. It's... yeah. Yeah, I don't understand the people that are super freaked out by other people wearing a mask. Like, I don't... Like, there were people that wore masks before this whole thing for allergies or because they understood that they were sick and were trying to stop people or whatever. So,
Because
like,
they liked it.
yeah, or just because it was a style. Like, it was never... Like, I don't enjoy it, but, like, doesn't hurt me any. So you're trying to, like, push the old man to feel bad about himself because you don't like him? Oh my goodness. You guys are just going to keep ramping up until suddenly you're going to find yourself mowing twice a week. And then the old man's going to be like, ha ha, I meant to do it all along, and he'll win. I feel like old men are sneaky like that. Especially old lawn mowing men.
Long of a bed. It's this It's like a mashup of Grumpy Old Men and Lawnmower Man.
Right.
It's a terrible movie.
By the way, our neighbor Dwayne is perfectly nice. Like, there's
He's
nothing
very nice.
wrong with him. So, I'm just...
Other than his weird obsession with his lawn.
I feel sort of bad because you can see the demarcation of, like, in our lawn of where the overspray for when he puts things down on his lawn and all that hits ours. Because, man, our lawn's going to shit and run. It's just weeds.
It's not weeds.
It's fine with me. I don't give a shit. The bunnies seem to like it.
The bunnies do like it.
I'm not putting chemicals down.
Nope.
I'm just saying you can see the difference. And he works so hard.
The bunnies like it. The moles like it. The birds like it. Ultimately, that's what matters. They're the ones that use the yard more often than anybody else anyway.
So after the stream, like today or tomorrow, we got some stuff sent out that like orders on the site and everything. I got the first set of postcards sent out
For Patreon.
for our patrons. Dane went and picked up cards from the print shops, so we're going to be getting the rest of
Astronaut of the Month Club.
right of our patron things sent out in the next couple days. That's what we're up to.
Also, I've got some freelance work to take care of.
Right. Got some writing to get started on, but I'm just trying to like get the rest of our yard stuff done before it gets gross. Which, how is the weather where y'all are?
Ah, there it is.
Shut up! Don't be so mean to me about the weather, but I'm just like really, I don't know, I'm fascinated. Whatever. I'm old, it's fine. I'm allowed to be fascinated by the weather. It's been really beautiful here. It's been low 70s, and that's gorgeous, and I could have another few weeks of it. He was bugging you to mow your lawn? Yeah.
See, then I would never mow my lawn.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, nope.
That's...
You're like, this is a natural area preserve now. Fuck you.
Yeah, when we were living... We spent like 6 months maybe in my grandma's house. Just sort of doing some basic, like going through things, digging her backyard out, that kind of thing. And then just being there because while my dad was getting ready to sell it, because having an empty house raises your insurance. And one of her neighbors kept coming over. Her lawnmower was broken. And one of her neighbors kept coming over and like making snide comments because the lawn didn't get mowed very quickly. But like, I was in college and doing a favor for my dad, so I wasn't going to pay a landscaping crew to come do it. And I didn't own a lawnmower. So it kind of wasn't really my deal. And he'd come over and be super Midwest passive aggressive about it, and I'd just be like, yep, it does look real long. It's amazing how fast it grows. And just act super dumb. I feel like that's the best way to deal with those kind of dudes. Coda and Lexi are sleeping outside tonight. You think they'll be in before midnight? Oh, I bet it'd be gorgeous to sleep out right now. But here, high 60s, perfect weather. You had 8 inches of rain in the last couple days. Damn. That's... We're getting ready to have some more rain. We had some rain last week, I think. That was quite a bit.
Crab.
And we're supposed to be getting a bunch more. Alright. Time for Stitch.
Da, da, da.
Dun, dun, dun. I still want Stitch to be burning things. Maybe a lawnmower.
Maybe an alarm clock.
Ooh, either one's great. Maybe all the things we don't like, just. Even getting cloudy, intermittent rain. The Chads of the AARP. Oh my gosh.
It's been a long time since I've drawn Stitch.
Well, it's a good time to start up again. I know he's one of your favorites. See, that's really weird. If he was such good friends with your dad, you'd think he'd come visit. I don't know. People get really weird about, like,
Everything.
a lot of that stuff. But then he wanted your dad's tools. That's really strange. Dancing Groot agrees with the alarm clock.
That was her idea.
Oh, you were reading it.
I read it earlier.
Well, sorry. Hey, it's a beautiful day then.
In the neighborhood.
You can get the creepy old guy to leave you alone, then that's awesome.
Any day that the creepy old guy is not bothering you is a great day. It's my motto.
That can be pretty dark if he starts burning Karens. We're trying to avoid the darkness this time. We've had some dark streams and we don't need more. Jeez. Let's see. Only time moves really, really weirdly.
Especially when it's on fire.
Yeah, but I'm ready to like go throw a bunch of my stuff away now.
Are you?
Another season of Hoarders came up
Oh no. Yeah.
on Netflix, so I watched it, and now I'm like, no, stuff is the devil. I must throw all of it away. Definitely have some wine instead. I approve the wine rule. Rule, idea, something.
We rule wine all the time.
I want that.
We have wine in the cabinet.
Yeah, but it's in the cabinet.
Where else would it
Yeah. Dark streams and dank memes. We try to avoid it. Positivity here, people. Positivity.
I was actively trying to avoid it last week.
It was so hard. I
was like, let's have some positivity, and y'all are like, no.
I don't know. You drew a cool plane last week. That was great. Positivity, Dane. One bottle a week, whether you need it or not. There you go. Apparently, that's about the amount that's like actually healthy.
According to England.
According to England, they changed their drinking standards. We watched a whole thing on it. Because I watch all the weird shit.
Also true.
Alright, new thing. Someone carrying an incense censer around, waving it at Karens at the Walmart. Outs. By incense censer, you mean those things that they have at the Catholic churches that hang on the stick? Because that would be amazing. Gives him an anxiety talk when he goes to his parents' house. What? Okay, scroll down. Wait. Oh no,
What's
okay.
your deal?
Ray is like that all the time. Oh, okay. Nadine's gotta, like, catch up. It's too late. Vampires on Heelys made you super happy. I'm so glad. It made me happy, too. It was a great one. You know, that's the thing. Like, and I feel like we got rid of so much stuff before we moved. And yet I'm just like, where did this come from? Where did this thing come from? What the hell? Like, I can't find any of the stuff I remember having and wanting to keep, but I keep finding a bunch of shit that I don't remember.
Like one damn crock pot thing.
I know. We lost a crock pot. We lost some other kitchen stuff. Maybe we'll find it later.
Gerard.
Chocolate wine. Every time you bring that up, it sounds great.
I'll have 6, please.
Like Papa Shanko when he fought the Undertaker. Yeah, I want to make a thing tonight. We got bananas, but I haven't put any of them in the freezer. I forgot.
We have some in the freezer.
Frozen bananas with some leftover coffee and a little bit of chocolate. Makes an ice cream-like thing that's so good. About the P40, you need to do the one with the skull on the side.
Does it have a name? Do I just Google P40 with skull and it'll find it?
Well, and I feel like people have had more time. I feel like there's a lot of purging happening. Like, we're seeing so much stuff on Facebook Marketplace. I haven't looked at eBay, but I just feel like that, like, lots of people are having time stuck in their house and like, I should actually deal with this pile or this room. Probably. If you had the extra cash, now would be the time to pick up a lot of stuff for a great deal. Well, I haven't found a pitchfork. You saw the best inspirational banana today?
Wait.
What is an inspirational banana? What is it?
I have questions. What about the banana was inspirational?
Well, and that's the best one, which means that inspirational banana is a thing. We just were aware of.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There's no settings down here. I'm finding new
What are you
settings.
doing? Are you breaking things again?
Not yet.
Look up P40 Lulu Bell.
Lulu Bell. Okay.
Maybe you could do it off like a super
A
limited
variant.
variant. Ooh.
Mudgeons.
I would
Ooh,
imagine
that's pretty sweet.
it is hard to explain.
Dude, why didn't you say that while I was drawing it? I would have totally done that.
Now it's your fault. That's what he does.
That is super rad.
So are you gonna have to do a variant now?
I might.
What's the next plane we should do?
That's a good question.
That's why I ask it.
That's not how you asked it. You just want to keep me busy.
Also that
I know how you work.
I'm allowed to have multiple things happening at one time.
What happens?
Okay, honey, click on the thing. She sent us a. You had the same. I don't know. And I realized we made things up. Aw.
Aw.
Okay.
I thought you meant like at the store. I was super confused.
Jim says everyone does the shark mouth.
I mean, yeah. So.
I just looked at it and was like, oh, that's super sweet. So, no, I didn't go with the Soylent thought with the banana. Sorry. You just sold your 1/32 scale kit of it? The P-47 Thunderbolt? I'll do some planes. I'm not kidding. I want to do like literally anything.
I'd really like your Gundam to show the hell up.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen ever. You have trouble with inspirational things? I guess. You're like, yay, cannibalism! I mean, some of it makes me like, meh. But, I don't know, that one was cute. Gundam what? Oh, Dane, for my birthday, Dane got me the Hello Kitty Gundam. But it was on like a pre-order. So, it'll show up someday.
Maybe? We didn't have doubts.
Yeah.
They keep sending me,
Updates.
well, they keep sending me newsletters saying, this is what's new in the store. I'm like, I don't care what's new in the store. Give me the thing I ordered.
He's bitter. It only feels like it's been 3 years since you ordered it. It's really only been a couple months.
We ordered it right after we got back from C32.
I know, like I said, it only feels like it's been 3 years. Yeah, you've told us that your kid does extra work for Gundams. I'm not there yet, but we'll see where that goes in the future. When I have access and money and time. I mean, I have time now, but not the other two. So. A remote camera switch and a tripod? See, that's way more, like, in-depth and professional.
I was going to try and set up a camera, like a separate camera for these things, these streams, but turns out the camera disappeared. The box was empty.
Dean went and found the box and pulled out the box. He's like, yay, camera! And then there was no camera in the box. So maybe we have a camera in there right now. Maybe a little more. Metal Earth Scorpion.
See, that just sounds like somebody's trying too hard. Just
in booty shots on Snapchat. Damn. $60 is nothing to sneeze at. We watched. There's a couple on YouTube. I watch a bunch of their I'll binge their videos for a bit and then I'll go do something else for months. But they live in Southern California, and they just go dumpster diving, and then sell the stuff. And I was watching them have a garage sale. Dude made a few $100, probably 3 or 4 while we were watching. And a lot of it was small, on small dollar items, but they pull almost all of it out of the trash. And it's amazing the stuff they find. Right after you went to bed, they found 9 iPhones.
Really?
She found a box, and at first it had boxes, iPhone boxes in it. And she's opening them, and they're just the boxes. But you can sell iPhone boxes. So she's like, whatever, these are in great shape, we're going to sell them. And then she pulls out the box, and she's trying to count the boxes, right?
Right.
And then underneath them is just a pile of iPhones. And she's like, and she runs back to the van. And he doesn't realize that there's iPhones in it. So he's like, we gotta go, there's somebody watching. Because they're dumpster diving, right? We gotta go, there's somebody watching. And she's like, but I gotta go back and make sure there's nothing else. And he's like, why is she this worried? They're iPhone boxes. It's great, but we're not. And then she's back in the car and she's pulling. He's like, there are iPhones in here. And she's like, I know. Yeah, they're having a whole moment. So.
Sounds
Yeah, Schrodinger's camera, exactly, because we don't know where it is. That actually might be long enough, because I don't think this is going to... One more. It'll just be an extra long one. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Everything's fine.
It'll stretch a lot.
Stretching's fine.
The blanket you're knitting has grown since the last time you were on Twitch with me. Good. There is probably a market for overage, middle-aged white ladies. I would be unsurprised.
There's a market for everything.
Well, and I feel like a lot of this stuff is people looking for not just booty shots, but connections. So you're chatty. I assume you could be, I don't know, make a connection with lonely people and get their money.
Starting to turn into a 1-900 number commercial.
Yeah.
Up in there.
I don't know. It came up in the chat. I'm responding. I'm supposed to respond. We have the camera thing, and we have Christina's blanket, and we've got the potential of booty shots making money. It's a good mix. It's a good mix. I would. Ooh, I like the way you're coloring with the little dot matrix instead of just straight out color. That's fun. I like that a lot. But now he's getting close, so somebody be ready for the next thing. Yeah, exactly. Live chat now. Talk to local singles in your area.
There you go. Stitch.
Dalt22 says, thank you for drawing Stitch.
You're welcome.
I like the fire. That's an appropriately happy Stitch, too. It's just like, yes! I will cause turmoil and trouble. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble. That's the thing. Dancing Groot, you should send us a picture of your blanket so we can see how far it's gone.
Blanket.
See, when you worked at I've never worked at a secondhand place. I am always very tempted by the selling of things, and I've done a bit. When we first moved to Arizona, the library.
After. I'm talking in the chat. You continue
Okay.
your story.
The pyramids. When we first moved to Arizona, the local library had a little shop where you could buy books, and I used to go in and buy the paranormal romance books and sometimes others. But then I would take them over and I would sell them at the local bookstore, Bookman's,
Bookmans.
and I would buy them for like 25 cents and sell them to Bookman's for like $1. And it'd be like $1.25 or more if I got credit, and then I would get the books I wanted. I felt like I was super smart, let me tell you.
Looking at the pictures Kid Jim sent me from Chicago.
Let's see.
Apparently there was the power outage caused flooding in the Sears Tower.
Oh my god. Boy, howdy did it.
That's crazy.
It's just raining in the Sears Tower. Oh no. It's a Time Life Books ad. We're just gonna keep going through. Alright, what's Dane drawing? Somebody throw it out there.
I'm wondering what a bass enclosure is.
To like capture bass.
Then how do you make?
Farm them maybe?
Oh, bass enclosure, like a speaker thing, a subwoofer deal. Got it. All right. I was like, how do you take first of all, what is a bass enclosure? Second of all, how do you take a bass enclosure, presumably for fish, and turn it into a cat pyramid? I was very confused.
I don't know. I figured if it would trap a fish, it would trap a cat. And the cat would like the smell.
But it would be wet.
No, you dry it out. You don't immediately take it off the bass and put it on the cat. You give it like 10 minutes. Come on.
I mean, obviously.
Oh my gosh.
Let's not be foolish now.
What cat?
I want a cat too.
No, I want you to draw a cat.
All right, have a good drive, safe drive. Avoid any bass enclosures.
Right. And flooding Sears Towers. What the heck?
Maybe that's what the bass enclosure is. It's the basement of Sears Tower. There's fish.
I'm so confused. Good luck.
I don't have a reference for your great aunt or your plane.
Can you draw a kitty knitting something for me?
Yes.
Thank you. Bonus points if there's a coffee in the picture.
It's going to be knitting a coffee.
Knitting a coffee?
You know how they do.
I don't, but I'm real excited to see. Goodness. Oh, this is gonna be great. Feel this. You're mean. Feel it.
What do you think of my new wig?
So, if anybody is still in here that's up in Iowa, the state that tried to kill me, how's the weather up there? I'm never gonna forgive Iowa. It tried to kill me.
It's done so many things.
Well, that one was to me though. It was personal. I don't know if the rest of it was personal, but that one was personal. Apparently in Chicago, it's flooding.
his cat's turning into more of a kangaroo than a cat.
How does...
Delete. How's what?
I'm just suddenly like, I'm trying to think back to the video you showed me, and the water was up on a higher floor. How did it flood on a higher floor? I have so many questions. I'm gonna have to go look it up later.
I'd say Jim's gone, so you can't
I
tell us.
know. I can't bug him about it. He's left me with questions. Okay. I'll get over it.
Will you?
Yeah. Lawnmower Wars come later. Okay, you can set a pic on Tumblr, the ant, and the plane.
Okay.
Or you could just be a shark and draw an ant with the plane. Are you gonna do that instead of my cat?
I'm drawing the cat. Leave me alone.
I hate it when there's people knitting in movies and they're doing it wrong. Or like when the person is pretending to be knitting and they've got a crochet hook and they call it knitting and I'm like, you don't even know what the thing in your hand is. Yeah, it's super annoying. She was a flying farmer. Someone left the tab running. What? Tub running. Oh. That would be a way to flood the thing, but apparently it was flooded because of the electricity? I don't know. Big buildings are weird. I think our thing is delayed again.
You're delayed.
You're delayed.
Face is delayed.
Wow. Yes, we are 12.
Christina sent me
You get a picture of the...
a roast blanket.
Ooh, see, that's a lot bigger.
Blanket.
We're so technologically advanced that we're going to show you a screen on the screen, a picture of another screen
Double screen.
on the screen.
Double screen screens all the way across the sky.
Oh my gosh, that now made me sad. It's dead. Good job, Dane.
Existential dread.
No, just sadness. Oh my goodness. It's starting to cool down at least.
Yeah.
It's a little humid.
Well, it's supposed to rain.
I know. We're avoiding the turning the AC on again. If we can get it cooled down, it'll be nice again tonight. And we're cheap and don't want to pay for AC. Because later we'll be on all of the AC. You're running the audio through the car speakers? That seems unfortunate. We're in your car. We're going to your house. Okay, that's the appropriate exit. Alright, how are we avoiding existential dread when you draw the cat looking like that? That's amazing. So cute. That's how I feel lately, though. Also, people are like, maybe you should drink less coffee. And I'm like, that.
My
Maybe
assumption
you
is
should
somebody
talk.
told him that he should drink less coffee.
Right, Karen, maybe you should bite your damn tongue.
damn it, Karen.
Karen, show us where the mask hurt you. Show us on the doll. Too much coffee cat. Shannon Wheeler's gonna sue. Try. You'd have to find us first. Not that hard. We're in Kansas.
You kind of have it on all of our social media.
Yeah. Okay, this is super cute. I'm excited. It's gonna be
She's
really
very excited about it.
It's soft and cute, and it's gonna be really, really warm. Some poor kid is gonna have heat stroke, but you know.
It's good for him. Builds character.
Does it? Does it build character?
As many times as I had heat stroke when I was a kid, I have to assume so.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Something did.
You should describe what you're drawing for the person streaming through their speakers.
I am drawing a line. I'm drawing a bunch of lines. These lines will become a thing.
Aww.
It will become a cat. Wait, how are you replying if you're in your car?
Uh-oh. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Dane.
Wait, is your future car driving?
I was just going to assume that it was on the text this, but that probably makes way more sense, actually.
Knitting cat.
Did you say chai?
I did not say chai, but we could have said chai.
Some of the lines are curved, some are straight. I don't know that any are straight. Yeah, knitting cat.
Ashley wanted a knitting cat, I don't know why. But I've learned not to argue,
It's a great knitting cat.
because sometimes Ashley fights.
I don't bite.
I know what you do.
I have bitten in the past. Full disclosure. I'm 40 years old, and at one time, I bit.
It was yesterday.
It was not yesterday. Oh no. Alright, let's see if we can make these ears not look stupid.
Stupid ears.
No, the goal is to make them look not stupid.
Not stupid ears.
There you go.
We'll all see if she can do it.
The answer is maybe. Yes.
You clap, maybe it'll happen.
Can we all hear you? Oh my gosh.
I'm drawing a tail.
Is that what's happening?
I'm narrating for the person who is supposedly driving and not watching.
Safety is safe. Being safe. Safety. Doop, doop, doop. Alright, that's much bigger than that.
No. Things are happening.
Things are happening now.
Everything's terrible.
I don't know about that.
Spinny, 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 spinny.
Spin, 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 spin.
So it's like- I've decided this cat is green.
The cat is green?
He's greenish blue.
I mean, he's not going to be at home all the time. If you start saying he's green with you, then that's just dumb, right?
Right.
So we won't say that.
I'm glad we agree.
Just dumb. Apple crisp. Sounds so good.
Is that a cereal?
No, it's a baked good. There is an apple crisp cereal, but I don't think that's what she's making.
I had to assume it was a cereal because I don't have any. Nobody's offered me any.
Are you seriously being mean and threatening about baked goods happening half a country away during a pandemic?
Yep.
Wow. All right then. I
Oh.
can't just suck Carol Baskin. Oh man.
Perfect.
Oh gosh.
Last week we watched the Legal Eagle show about Tiger King. That was fun. On YouTube's.
Yeah, there were 2 videos.
There were so many laws broken, he had to do 2 videos.
Well, and so much stuff happening. I actually really like Kahlua, but I like it as like by itself. Some of the drinks when they put it into it, I don't care for those. Yay! Hat.
Hat.
Little hat. Wow, that's really, really warm. Oh, sorry, we gotta do the appropriate Dane. Model the hat. It's fluffy and it doesn't model. Feel how thick it is and plush.
Wow. Wow. My hands are sweating.
Your hands were sweating, I'm sure.
Okay. Then you got
Coffee, sugar, vanilla, Everclear.
what?
That's what I want to know. What? Too much coffee, knitting cat. All right.
My coffee got cold.
You didn't drink it, did you? Do you need something else?
That's alright.
What are you gonna draw? What's next?
Well, I've been asked to
Are you
draw
looking at the thing?
planes. See if I can find Tumblr on my phone. There it is. Whoa. What in the world? I open up Tumblr and this is what I see. And it's her fault.
It is her fault. That's
Jody.
That's a thing. I'm sorry.
I feel like I was trapped. I
You
was led into a trap.
had to witness that. We can't show what that is on the thing.
No.
No. Anything with coffee is nasty. No. Coffee is the reason I'm still alive and awake and here.
It's true.
Yes, it was the anime bosoms.
Yes.
Yes, it was that. And yes, it was terrifying and upsetting.
Like I open up Tumblr and it's just like I was like, why? Why is that the first thing that pops up in my Tumblr feed?
What is happening?
Jody.
I need to go find my Tumblr. I haven't been on it in a while. Alright, do you want me to grab you a drink? I'm gonna go refill my coffee.
Sure.
Do you want a soda? What do you want?
Yeah, I'll take a soda.
Just because you didn't drink your coffee.
What are you trying to say?
That maybe you should have more coffee.
She's mean.
That wasn't me! I don't know if you're being mean.
What kind of plane is this, Jody? Do you know? It's funny how that works. How that's never a compliment. Ashley always takes it as a compliment. She's always like, "Yes, I should have more coffee."
Oh wow, that's all over me now.
You just knitted a teddy bear skull. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, now what?
I'm drawing ants.
You're on ants. I think her eyes are a little big.
Fix it in post.
Okay. It's so creepy. What's happening?
What is happening?
I don't know.
What's happening?
What?
As they say,
I don't think they do. Stop that.
as the kids are saying
Are they?
these days.
I don't think so. Is it time to use this yarn? I think it is.
Always time to use that specific yarn.
You don't even know what yarn. You didn't even look.
I don't have to look. I know it's yarn that lives in my office, so it's always time to use it.
Just because we do this, I gotta keep my hands busy. Jem says it looks like a Cessna. Anytime a person says you should have more coffee, it's not meant as a compliment. I know, but I usually disagree with them.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, I should. Pretty much always. Think you should draw something from a Star Wars knockoff movie like Star Crash.
I probably need to see that first.
David Hasselhoff, what could go wrong? Yeah, we haven't seen that one.
I didn't miss a chance for product placement. I'm avoiding product placement until they decide to pay me for it.
Yeah.
They get my they get product placement when they get money. When I get money, somebody gets money. It's the rules, yo.
What's... You think the kids are saying, what's the haps? What?
Yes, they are now.
Oh no, I don't understand what's happening.
It's the haps. The haps are happening. The stream didn't die, we just stopped talking.
Sorry.
Ashley decided she hates us. All of us.
Has anyone seen Ice Pirates? I have not. I haven't seen anything.
What is Ice Pirates?
Like, pretty much, you can just guarantee that I haven't seen it.
It's true.
You can see Drew has seen it. Spaceballs! Love Spaceballs. That one I've seen.
I think I've seen pretty much every Mel Brooks movie.
I don't know. There have been a few.
Although I don't think I've seen History of the World Part 2 all the way through.
I've seen that one. I don't know that I've seen the producers all the way through. It seems like the perfect time to enjoy some Springtime with Hitler.
Seems a little on the nose for me, but
7, 8, 9. I mean, sure. You can watch Star Crash on Netflix MST 3000. Hello, fellow children. How are we today in the cool places? I've always felt like I was talking like that, so that doesn't really feel like anything new. Hello, fellow children.
I was once accused of having been born 40 years old.
I am 40, I could see that. I feel like I'm a little more 40, like, forever than you were, but you didn't really have me to compare to, though.
It's true.
Maybe you did, I don't know. When the
I was in high
accusation
school.
happened.
I was in high school. He was my biology teacher.
Seriously?
Yep.
Was it a compliment?
I don't know.
Alright, teacher.
I wasn't doing the whole pep rally reveille thing as much as I could have been, apparently.
Oh, I never did the whole pep rally reveille thing as much as I could have done. I thought pep rallies were stupid and unfair and a waste of our time. You'd like I can tell you how I really felt.
I mean, don't spare us.
Cheesy tortilla with spicy ranch. I know who's stabbing you, and it's your cat.
Minky is going, give it!
I will have the spicy ranch. It will be mine. Oh, yes.
Give it!
My gosh, there's a Facebook collection of cat memes going around just showing that cats are assholes and don't give a fuck. And it's so good.
It's also true.
It's just a whole collection of like pictures of like broken just things and the cat just being like, what? I didn't like it.
Told you not to buy it. Not my fault you can't understand me.
I think my favorite was the one, there's like, the lighting is really great. There's a broken lamp on the floor. The lighting casts the shadow backwards. And the cat's just sitting there eyeing it like you would eye like an art installation. Like he's just kind of trying to make sure everything is exactly in its place, but sort of disassociated from the entire thing. Just like... Uh-oh, we're getting laggy and jaggy again.
No! Damn you!
Go poke at things and make them work, Dane.
Bad at poking at things. Use the low latency toggle. Turn that on. See if that helps.
It's not even mean.
I don't know. Just told me to do it.
Just poking things literally. Eh.
Apparently, we're unstable, but we're no delay. So I guess that's something.
But that doesn't help if or what?
How to fix?
So is the red the delay, like the instability?
I don't know.
All right, great. Please let us know if you can't hear us, or I don't know if things are better or worse, or something.
Is anything open? I don't have anything open other than stuff I need. I might need to figure out the new router settings.
I thought you did that.
I thought I did too.
That's what's happening here?
Maybe. I have no idea what's happening. Nobody tells me anything.
It's kind of like nobody's going to tell you things. You just got to figure it out.
Apparently.
Dane was super proud of this internet thing, y'all. Spent a long time putting it together.
I did. We have full mesh Wi-Fi now, so we don't get we don't drop our signal anywhere in the house. But
supposedly.
So, well, apparently it's not super great for the streaming, but that could be the internet.
Could be. It's hard to tell. Who can tell, really?
Could be Cox.
Could be Cox. Can anyone hear us at all?
Breaker 19, this year's the rubber
Please
duck.
let us know.
Have we died?
Hello?
I was yelling into the void.
I feel like it's...
But it's also the feed is super.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like it's...
stable. So that's something.
So is the red delayed? That's really delayed.
Yeah. This is awesome. Why are you working?
Let us know if you can't hear us or I don't know, things are better.
Let's try refreshing. Settings. Nobody knows.
All right.
Ooh, new coffee pot. Coffee pit. The coffee pit. Delicious.
Wow, that's really delayed. I mean, we're in Kansas, so that's basically what's happening, yes.
Okay.
We're going from a long distant place.
I mean, yes.
That's basically what's happening. This is I don't know. Dane's gonna have to do some research.
Research.
But maybe later.
To-do.
Maybe not now.
I'm not doing it right now. I'm
I
drawing.
know. I didn't say you were, I just was like
I know what you're doing.
expounding on that.
Expound.
A lot of coffee is a happy place. It's a good thing. So says me. I have decided.
Caffeinated Ashley is much easier to handle, Ashley, so
There's no such thing as an easier to handle, Ashley.
I said easier, not easy to.
I mean, caffeinated life is the best life. I do love the idea that caffeine is a thing that plants came up with to like stop things from eating it.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, here's this poison, and we're like, yay! It's the best poison.
It's almost as good as alcohol. We're looking at you, corn.
This is amazing. Thanks, plant. Foiled again. Damn apes. You keep the chocolate wine in the desk drawer. Well, you never know when you're gonna need it.
It's true.
That's very true.
If you need it and don't have it, if it's not in the desk drawer, it's a bad time.
You might have to get up.
Yeah.
I don't like getting up. I like it when all my stuff is just right there. Just like, bam, there it is. I know where it is. I know what's happening.
Do you know what's happening?
No.
Okay.
Get ready for the roofers. That's not what I read at first.
Oh, roofers. Get ready for the roofies.
I read roofers.
Get ready for the woofers.
I was like, is that what we're calling dogs now? I'm so confused.
Get ready
Why
for
are
the
you
woofs.
getting ready for them? They're always there. I'm so confused.
It's the packs of woofs.
The packs of wolves, yes. Night. Have a good morning.
Night. Enjoy your woofs.
There's gonna be so many wolves. Butterscotch is gonna be so excited all the time
More so than usual.
about all the things happening. And just think, what if there were people on the roof and that one dog she hates walks by all at the same time?
Holy snap.
Her head's gonna explode. Getting up at 1 p.m. eliminates the whole drinking in the morning issue.
Truth. True facts.
Oh gosh.
This is why we're friends.
I mean, yes. It also eliminates the early morning thing, which I like. Soonest, if I can. Completely, the answer is yes, I can.
Always.
Unless I'm still awake, then it's fine.
Then it's not early morning; it's still late night.
Not so much.
I have spoken.
Not so much. So I have spoken. Really? Really?
I now know how the rules work
Okay.
as far as the time goes.
Because you have spoken?
Yep.
Got it. What happens if there's a disagreement on that?
Who would disagree with me?
Me?
That seems silly.
Uh-huh.
Counterintuitive.
I've never been known to disagree before, obviously. Bright drinks in the daytime, dark ones at night. That is a system. What counts as bright? Like things you can see through? Like iced tea?
Like mojitos?
Like, I'm very confused. And what?
There you go. It's right there. The system is explained.
Sure.
I mean, it makes as much sense as anything, honestly, at this point.
I mean, sure. My liver's crying a little bit. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh my gosh.
Alright. Here's an ant. Airplane.
Indeed it is.
I think on that note,
Guys, Dane's gonna do some research to try to figure out what's happening with our stream.
yes.
Because we thought we were making things better.
Yes.
And it appears that we're not.
Yes.
You're just like,
So,
so on that note,
I think we're going to call it an evening. Thank you all for coming by and hanging out and giving me stuff to draw. We'll definitely see you all on Sunday. Then I've got to figure out what I'm going to work on. And yeah.
thank you. I love it also.
Yay, great ants.
Alright, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Sorry about the weird stream issues, and we will talk to y'all later.
Night.